Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Wine and Facetime. It's your girl Kushel, aka KFIT, and I'm glad to have you guys with me. This is gonna be a 2 or 3 part series. That's just how it may go down. To be real honest with you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing all love and support. Do you guys see I'm at 200 followers, 200 subscribers? Yeah, it's really real. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody who's gonna catch us in the replay. So now we're talking about why men cheat, part one, or probably a part two and a part three to this. I don't know. Hope you guys did your homework, did your research. If not, it's all good. Part two, like I have for the last week, I want to have my panel guests pop in, put their 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents in, their viewpoints, how they feel. Part three will probably be, just continuing the conversation, just the same way people said the woman's why they cheat needed a part three to really get deep in the surface. So anyway, I'm gonna hit y'all with some statistics and all of that. Give y'all some information. I know there's many answers to this question. Just like when we did the ladies episode, there was so many answers to why women cheat. There were different reasons, emotions. Different situations. There was a lot that went into it. I feel like for the men, it's the same thing. There's gonna be a lot that's gonna go into like why do men do it. But just to let you guys know, I did a little bit of research, not a lot, because I really feel like this is going to be an interactive conversation when I do the panel. So again, please make sure you like and subscribe. Your girl got 200 subscribers now, and couldn't have done it without my day one subscribers as well as my brand new subscribers who just said, hey, I want to see what she's about, what's going on with her. Again, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. It's all love. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. And again, tonight's main topic is why men cheat. Part one, we're gonna jump right into it. So, me honestly speaking, I'm gonna tell you guys what I think. Personally, as a woman, as a 40-year-old woman that's lived on this earth for 40 years, had 2 children, got a lot of aunts and friends, and seen a lot of reality TV. And I work in the law office, and I see crazy things happen with people and situations. For me, I think, sometimes men think the grass is greener on the other side. I really, really do. They may think, they have it better on the other side. They may not have to pay as much or may not have to, do as much, or, it may be a comfortability look to them. They may think the grass is pretty much greener. I think sometimes, sometimes in partnerships, relationships, people's sex drives aren't compatible or the same. So, maybe the guy's sex drive is just through the roof and, his lady can't handle that. And she's great everywhere else, but in the bedroom, it just does not fit. And, he's just extremely hot under the collar, horny, and he likes to do what he does. Um, Outside of that, I think sexual chemistry is a really big one too. You got to be really sexually, compatible with your partner. You got to be able to, feel that automatic. It shouldn't be a job. It shouldn't be work. That chemistry should be there. You shouldn't have to put too much effort into it. Sexual chemistry is a really big deal. And I feel like people cheat for that reason. If the chemistry is just not right, it's not there the way it should, it can lead to cheating. It can really, really happen. So unfortunately, it's a sad situation when it does happen, but realistically, we know it can happen. It can definitely happen. We've seen it before with celebrities, reality stars. No one is subjective from this not being able to happen to them. The next thing I think is ego. I feel like sometimes, in a certain age and mind frame of men, their ego, that pride thing comes in. They want to know if they can still pull a chick, they can still do what they used to do when they was younger, do they still got it in them, it's a male ego thing. I don't know. I just feel like, ego is one of those reasons for me. Another thing I think about is sometimes, men, they just have trust issues. They don't be trusting bitches or women because they got mommy issues possibly, or they had horrible situations and their trust is just down. They just have no respect for women. So while they'll have sex with her and date her and call her, like they don't got no respect for that girl at all, that woman, that chick at all, like just none, absolutely none. Another thing too, I feel like sometimes men cheat because they're in the phase of life where they're experimenting. They may have been locked down for a while, haven't had a chance to experiment with multiple women or different women to learn different likes and wants and needs and classifications and characteristics of a woman. So they may feel like I want to explore, I want to date more, I want to put myself out there and see what different women offer from different cultures, different backgrounds, different neighborhoods, areas, demographics, environments. Maybe a guy's just really into not having one choice but multiple choices, like they do in different cultures and stuff like that. So there can be like so many reasons. And another reason as well, my last reason I think is financial gain. I feel like if a guy feels he can work smarter and not harder, and profit and benefit with a spouse involved, that can help elevate his life and his career, they're on the same page, and maybe him and his partner is not, he may cheat for that reason. So those are my reasons why I think men cheat. And I feel like again, full disclaimer on for this video, I know everyone have their own opinion and viewpoints, but that's when I'm gonna have a part two and probably a part three. One moment, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry, I really be forgetting to put my focus on my phone or my do not disturb. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Y'all all just know that. Wasn't prepared for that. So yeah, now I'm gonna jump into, what a few guys told me. I definitely talked to a few dudes, asked them their viewpoints, their opinions on how they feel about the conversation, about the topic. Like, should I talk about this? Should I not talk about this? What do you think? And I got a lot of feedback from the fellas. Excuse me, clear my throat. I got a lot of feedback from the fellas, honestly. And the feedback I got was pretty interesting. Our viewpoints weren't exactly the same the entire time. We both had, some similarities, but not a lot. So here's what the fellas was telling me. They said sometimes niggas just be broken from the jump, from the rip. A nigga just be broken as in, heart, mind, soul, and that let a nigga do dumb shit. He'll just do some shit because he just don't feel whole. He's just broken, you know what I'm saying? So some men will just do that for that reason. They feel broken, their spirit is broken, their ego, their mental, and they're just really not in a position or place to, be, settled down and sat down in that way to be groomed in that manner, for whatever reason. I'm not gonna go behind the details of why people are broken and how does that happen, because that's not what this stream is about right now. But I guess I can understand that in some fashion, some some way. Another thing most of the guys said is about void. Sometimes men be having this void that's not filled, and they just, because of that void, kind of like being broken in that space where nothing just makes sense, and it just is how they process. A guy will end up cheating for that. He's missing something. There's something he's missing that he can't replace, and it fucks with him mentally, physically, emotionally, and it just is something that affects him in his relationships, and he may tend to cheat. And he may be a great cheater, may not be a sloppy cheater, but that's just something he does. Maybe he has a covered face that looks like he's happy inside and everything looks good, but that's what he does to get off. I don't know, but I'm not a man, so that's why the men is going to come up on the part two and break down all this and put their viewpoints and spins on it. The next thing guys told me, they're like, it's a lifestyle too, like the lifestyle you see on TV, with certain relatives, some guys just click and adjust to that and just become a part of that, just because, and when you know better, you do better. And I'm making no excuses for these niggas out here or these men out here, but that's what I'm hearing. It's a lifestyle, like from the pimps to the rappers, to the most successful artists and actors and actresses and people we know, politicians and everything, it comes with a lifestyle, something that's been happening for eons and eons, before these different rate categories were coming into play with different artists and singers and celebrities and stuff like that. At one point, it was a lifestyle. Certain cultures, men had many wives, depending on where you were from. So it's not out of the norm. Another thing I heard from a lot of dudes is like, they just be hurt. They just be hurt, within themselves. Like, they had a bad experience maybe, and maybe somebody cheated on them, or they went through some kind of emotion or experience that just really, made them afraid to like, try to find love again, to try to trust someone again, to try to like, be a partner or be a couple with someone, and they're just too afraid. And because of that afraidness and how they were broken or hurt, it makes them do the stupid shit they do. I'm noticing a lot of things I'm saying kind of sound very similar, they all kind of sound about a person's how their mental works, but you men will come up here and hold the torch for y'all men and y'all represent for all. The next thing I heard a lot about too was niggas be insecure, low key. The flies niggas sometimes can be insecure. The niggas with the most money can be insecure. Like, insecurity hits deep and run deep with men just the same way it does with women. So it's not like a situation that's one sided. Men be insecure just the way women be insecure. And another one, trauma. Guys who've been raped or molested as kids, they fucks with their ego, going back to that mental, that emotional, that spirit, trauma, will make, I guess, some people do what they do. And so some people, I guess, they feel it's okay to cheat. That's a part of the trauma that's healing or okay for them. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this in part 2 and part 3. Now, outside of social system dudes and telling you guys my viewpoints of what I think, whatever the case is, I went to Google, I typed in Google, why do men cheat? And the first thing that popped up, I just, jotted down everything I saw. So the first thing I saw on Google was number 1 reason, self-esteem. Number 2, anger. Number 3, lack of love. Number 4, low commitment. Number 5, need of variety. Number 6, neglect. Number 7, sexual desire. Number 8, situation/circumstances. Not relate to all of that. All of that makes sense. It's not even far-fetched. Now I want to take y'all into some TV series I'll be watching, whatever the case is, or like just some things that's out there in the media in the world, whatever the case is. Y'all know I like the show BMF. There's a father on the show named Mr. Charles. He's Meech and Terry's father, and he's in his high scandalous relationship with his wife's friend. And he's cheating, having the best time of his life, so thrilled, so excited, and he's kind of feeling guilty inside. And watching his show and seeing him deny himself his relationship with his wife, I understand why he strayed away. Not to say why he's having sex with his wife's friend, but understand how he may have gotten frustrated while not being respected as a man in his household, with his growing children in the house, and the mother, playing the mother role. And then I want to like turn it around into reality TV where we see the Love and Hip Hops, the Black Inks, the Housewives of Atlanta shows, like all these over sexualized, sensationalized shows when people are so provocative and sex is so out there and just on the streets in a way that wasn't so flagrantly out there, respectful and tastefully done prior. It just makes people feel, more enticed, I guess, and motivated to, slide into someone's DM, jump out on the cliff, jump off the ledge and do something that they normally wouldn't do. So, I guess, again, no excuses for anybody. Full disclaimer out on this video tonight. Shit happens. I feel like sometimes you think this stuff happens when you're younger, in your teens, in your 20s, but this definitely happens in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, 60s, and eons. People just will do what they can do. And it's unfortunate, because sometimes you have a real good girl or a real good guy and they get hurt and they're changed for life. And the next person in life they meet, they're no good for. They're all used up or washed up or angry or bitter. And they're just no good to anyone because they're hurt, they're broken, they're insecure, the trauma, them thinking the grass was greener, the lack of commitment, the sexual desire, the mommy issues, all those other things that happen is just really, can drive people away. They have been saying for the longest, whatever happens to a child affects you as an adult. And a lot of times it seems like these traumas go back to things that happened to people a very long time ago, and people just not having a way to deal with the physical, mental, emotional stress and absence of these things. And again, no excuses at all for these men, but definitely want to wrap this up. I want to do a full panel next week. I'll have the link in the description for next week's chat, next week's show on social media. I want you guys to pop in, pull up, let me know what you thought about tonight's conversation, add your sense to it, give me more perspective, if anything, especially the fellas. I definitely want the fellas to pop in. I know the ladies may want to pop in. You guys are able to do that too. And I'm so excited that I finally have over 200 subs. I never gave myself a goal as far as how many subs I wanted, but I didn't think I would get there so quickly. So shout out to all of you subscribers who popped in my page. They like my shorts. They like all the videos I'm popping out, whether it's a makeup video, a hair video, a fitness video, a nutrition video, a diet video, whatever it is. Just looking for all you guys representing. Shout out to all the people that like the Power Slap Show. I'm definitely a big fan of the Power Slap Show. I love the energy. It's running so much of Summer Jam back in the day when people smacked people for Summer Jam tickets. But that's it. That's all, folks. You guys have a great evening, great week, and I'll see you guys next week for part 2 of Wine and FaceTime. Why Men Cheat, full panel. Guests can come up and spit their viewpoints. So take care, be good, and I'm out of here, y'all.
Okay. I work out all the time. I can do lots of different moves. Have never been able to do one full push-up.
Push-ups are the best way to start your day.
I will try one standard push-up.
It's not the best push-up, but I can get down and get back up.
Good night.